Hi and welcome. I hope that you are having a lovely time and that I hope that you're in a cooler part of the world because it is hot here and it's been hot here. We had a huge thunderstorm last night. I thought, great, it's going to break. Nope. Did lose power for about 4 hours. Good news is my generator kicked in. Bad news is my bedroom's not on my generator. Oh well, story of my life. I wanted to come and do my 114th FlossTube video. Say what? Wasn't my last video numbered 112? Yeah, well, I just can't count because my video before that was number 112. So I guess we're going to have lost 113. Anyway, I am 2 days away from leaving for the New Jersey FlossTube retreat, and I'm really excited. And I had thought about doing clips of the stuff I was going to take and my smiles exchange, and I am inherently lazy. So I decided that instead of doing that, I would just show you everything now, because hey, by the time most people watch this, it'll be well past the retreat. And quite frankly, I don't think very many of the people that go to the retreat actually watch my videos anyway, so no biggie. Yeah, so happy July 31st. The absolutely last possible day in July that I could do another FlossTube video. And for that, I thought I would give you a quick glimpse of my stitching charts, because you can see that it looks like I hit most of the days, but in reality I did, but it was kind of small pickings as far as what I worked on, because I did do the Tour de France, which I will show you, but that was all on one piece. Excuse me. And for the amount of stitching that I got to, yeah. Anyway, I will give you also a glimpse of August, which I took the time to make up yesterday. Last year I did Arbitrary August, and I would like to do Arbitrary August again. And I may do it for the first part and the very last week. But here is my blank chart right now for August. This starts tomorrow. And you can see I've got some red boxes around numbers. Well, my August is kind of broken up because the 2nd to the 4th I'll be in New Jersey for the FlossTube retreat, and that's about a 3.5-hour drive from here, heading southeast, I think, maybe just south, and I'm driving, so 3.5 hours each way. It'll be good. I'm planning on leaving here about 5:30 in the morning on Friday and getting in probably, well, around 5, trying to get in for 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm planning to leave sometime after lunch on Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, my hands are messed up. So, on the 12th, I am having surgery on my left hand. And then the 17th to the 24th, I'm going to Disney World. Yay! Mickey Mouse head with my oldest daughter and my grandson, Zachary. So I'm really excited about that. Get back on the 24th, and on the 26th, I have surgery on my right hand. So, yeah, August is going to be a questionable month for stitching. But I'm going to give it my best. And hopefully it'll all work out. It's outpatient surgery. You go into an OR and they do it. I have to go to Massachusetts for it. But hopefully, knock on wood, it takes care of it, because it's getting pretty bad. Anyway, let me think. What order shall I do this in? I could show you my stitching. Gotta get to it, because let me tell you, this is a hot mess. I am so boxed in. I think I'm going to start with the Tour de France. I did the yellow jersey, and guess what? Ta-da! I did the whole thing. I'm so proud of myself. I used His Only Friend, which is the same piece that I used for my 1200 Stitches sale, also on Full Coverage Fanatics, because I am kind of a full coverage stitcher. And that's what His Only Friend looks like, and that is a Haid. And it is by Marta Dalek, and it's charted by Maurice Sayeda. Yeah. And I actually made some good progress because I did do all of the stitches for the Tour de France. I didn't post it to Instagram. I had a hard enough time posting it to the event on Facebook. But that's how far I got. Now this is 14 count Ada, and that is only the first page. And I'm not quite done with the first page, but gasp, shock and awe, I've actually parked. I've done a modified parking, working in a box of 100 and cross country. Because that's just the way I am. And it seems to be working out pretty good on this piece, so I'm hoping to continue it. And for August, I will probably again use this piece for the 1200 Stitches sale, because I'm hoping to get at least the first page finished. And then I also worked on, excuse me, I have to pull this out here. I also worked on my War of Tooth and Claw, which did not do a picture of this month's excerpt that was released, but since I started it and I finished it, and Brittany, I'm loving this sale because it's not overwhelming stitching with everything else that I'm trying to do. So thank you very much. And I will probably bring this to the New Jersey FlossTube retreat because Brittany is going to be there. And that's what this looks like so far. And this is on 16 count Sage Color and Cotton. And I just love the way that's turning out. And of course there's a fold that goes across him, but that is the serpent and the sword. And there goes a county truck. I love stitching him. He was great. So, let's see. So that was War of Tooth and Claw. It was a start and a finish, which made me feel good because with full coverage and large pieces, I don't get a lot of finishes. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do get some finishes. But I also had another new start. I think I showed you this as haul in my last video when I bought a bunch of kits from 123 Stitch. And this is Meow. And I had to take my car to the dealer and have a tire replaced because of that blowout. And so I might have shown this. Now I'm not sure. But that's all I've got done on it. Just a very teeny tiny little bit of a start. Why is it every time I start to work on something when I'm out somewhere, all of a sudden everybody needs to talk to me about something? Never fails. Which I guess is okay. And then I also worked a little bit more on my letter K. With the dragon. That's a quick stitch from Haid. And yeah, I am a little disappointed with this because the colors aren't really what I hoped for. I had some help picking out colors, and I have to say they're not the right colors. It's not what I was looking for. I like the dragon, and I have to try to stitch him a little differently because he's coming out a little stripy. But that's what it is. It's a quick stitch K, and the artwork is by Tamara Newman, or Tamara Newman, and it's on 18 count Fiddler's Ada, and it only has 16 colors. And let's see. Yeah, that's what that's looking like. Oh, it's a little shadowed. The blue and green is really pretty. So that's the start of the dragon's head. I've still got a ways to go with the case still, but I wanted to get over and see how the dragon was gonna look. And yeah, I like it. Like I said, it's not really what I was thinking of, but it'll do. I think it'll be pretty. I'm waiting to see how good those grays come out with the blue and the green. I'm hoping that they look okay. It's a little stark with the white color, but it's all good. And I'm putting this stuff away, trying to anyway, because I have a giant mess here. Let's see. And, oh, I did have more stitching. Shocking, more stitching. I think this is the last thing, so this month. And it's my Just Cross Stitch Ornament Sale, which is not going to be done in July. So it will be carried over as a whip. I just can't do it, guys. Can't do it. Get the floss to fall out of there. So it's a Just Cross Stitch Ornament book, and it's 2018. And it is a Rosewood Manor design. And let's see if I can cover charts up. And just a reminder, that's what that looks like. It's beautiful. It's got some Petite Treasure Braid 25 in it. And a couple of kind of sedate colors, at least for me. It's 3830 and 501. So my hands aren't working. That is a definite. So it's those colors, and I really like them. I mean, they're muted, which is different for me too, but I like them. And this is 32 count lamb's wool linen. And it doesn't say who it's by, so it's just lamb's wool linen. Probably Witchell. It's a little crispy. But that's what that's looking like. And it's really pretty. But, like I said, that's not going to be a July finish. Oh, and that's this is the PB25. So, very pretty. And so, I think that was my stitching for July. But not all of my stitching for July, because I did do a small for the Smalls Exchange in New Jersey. And I don't have everything for it yet. I have to run over to Bat and Kill Stitchery today, because I got to get a couple of things to go with it. And but I hope that you like it. I hope it's good. This is Spring Wool, and I can't remember who it's by, and of course I don't have it right here. But that's what that looks like. And then I tea-dyed some pom-pom trim, some white pom-pom trim, which I tea-dyed this with a little bit of straight tea, but a raspberry tea bag too, so it kind of has a really pretty, and it's an all-over pretty even one. And then I did some gold braid. You can see I finished it with a gingham on the back, and that's kind of a black and tan gingham. And there's a piece of black felt under there because the felt is glued onto the lid of the box. And then I tea-dyed some white Chinese braid around the outside edge of this box, and then the top lifts off, and I just lined it with some black felt. And then I made a scissors fob, and I have some crushed walnut shell in both the top and in this piece. That's the scissor fob. And let's see, I also put some Chinese braid inside the box lip, and this is a piece of leather with the suede side up. That's just a counting pin because underneath the leather I put a couple of magnets to hold things in, kind of like a needle minder. And then the bottom I finished with just a piece of black felt. And I hope whoever gets this likes it. I'm going to put a couple more things inside, but yep. So that's for my smalls exchange. And I had a good time making this. I haven't fully finished anything like this in a long time. It's crunchy because you can kind of hear the crushed walnut shell. And like I said, I hope whoever gets it likes it. I still have to figure out how I'm going to wrap it. And then I made a scissor fob, and this is a gift for Arlene Cohen, and it has a frog on it to try to make that the only frog, and it's shades of blue and an owl. I had a good time making that. I gotta still make some more stuff. And then I did remember the freebie table, so I've got some stuff here that I'm taking for the freebie table. I have a lot to show, but I wanted to show it because I like to keep it as just a memory of what I'm doing too. And then this is what took my time away from sewing or cross stitching, is I made 104 work containers, and it's all kind of random. I just cut 6-inch squares. I put two 6-inch squares together, seamed them, did corners on them, and then sewed 4 buttons on them, and then they just kind of pop out, and it's kind of a temporary work container. So yep, there's 2 layers in here. There's 104. I'm kind of proud of myself because I started these on July 7th, and I actually finished them fairly quickly. And they're in, my granddaughter bought a pair of Crocs, so they're in a Crocs box, and I think that's how they're going. I told you I have a lot of stuff in front of me. And now, before I get into other things I'm taking, especially my finished projects, so I hope you hang in and see my finishes, because I'm really proud of one of them. I'm just waiting for some paint to dry. I wanted to share this because this was so sweet. Daphne of Mama Metzger fame, she is also doing the Simply Meant to Be, my Jack Skellington paid. I'm doing a mini, she's doing the regular size, and I had gotten a page finished, so she sent me this card, and she is so special. If you're not subscribed and watching Daphne, Mama Metzger, you're really missing out on a really sweet person. She did go to StitchCon, so she has some StitchCon videos up, and yeah, I think she's great. But here's what she sent me. I'm just trying to find a piece of paper that I can put these on. And it's a Jack Skellington with a Christmas tree backer. And she's doing, this was the hint that I gave Priscilla way back in the very beginning when they were showing their magnetic things. I told her that I use the magnet, but I also use the washer on the other part. And the reason I use the washer is because it doesn't make quite as heavy a mark, and it's like Mama Metzger says, it doesn't transfer ink. If you hold your patterns with your stitch marker, it doesn't transfer your ink quite as easily because there's not as much pressure between the two pieces. So this was just really sweet. Thank you again, Daphne. I wish you were going to New Jersey because I would love to meet you, but I'm glad you had a great time in Ohio at StitchCon. That looked like a great time. I think we all wish we could be everywhere, don't we? But Daphne made a good point about anxiety. I mean, I've been going to conferences by myself in the past, mostly doll making, because there's a week of workshops and stuff. And it does create anxiety. I'm trying to ignore anxiety. Anxiety, I don't believe, ignores anyone. I just have to ignore it because I am an introvert, and I don't mind my own company. I like people. I like to meet other people, but going out and making that initial foray into the crowd is difficult. And my sympathies for people who struggle, because you know the feeling. Okay, so what am I taking to work on? Right now, the only thing I know for sure that I'm taking to work on, which I still have to make up some more working copy pages, I think, is my Forest of Sumatra. And it's shown there on a white type of fabric with like a blue-green sagey colored thread. And this is what my Forest of Sumatra looks like, and that's just the first page with a little overflow. I haven't touched it since the last time I showed it, but it's on a piece of 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. So that's what this piece looks like. So I know that I'm taking this with me to work on, because it's all ready to go. And let's see, I may take Meow too, I'm not sure. And I have got finished pieces that I'm going to take. And of course right now I'm not sure what I did with them. Alright, well I have a couple of hoop finishes. I have my J that I made for my granddaughter Jacqueline, and it came from this pattern, Tendance Classique ABC Toile de Joie Rouge, and it's from, I'm not even, La Embroiderie Espérien. I can't speak French. That's the website. And I love it. It's toile. And I did hers in blue because blue is her favorite color. I believe this pattern's also offered in blue. This is just the red version. I converted it using the red things. So that's, and then the elves that I did in a Christmas design. Oh, just okay, I'm back. Right now I think I would lose my head if it wasn't attached to my shoulders. Okay, so the embroidery Parisienne, the alphabet, this is the J that I made for my granddaughter, and that's how I finished it. And these are punched out butterflies from magazine paper with glitter on them. And I love the way that came out. And that's the back. And then this is my elves. And made this so it just hangs on a doorknob and announces the coming of the elves. And that's the back. So those are going to go with me. And also, since I'm going to take Forest of Sumatra to work on, I'm going to bring dragons. This is also on 18 count Aida that I dyed myself. So that piece is coming. That's a finish, it's just not fully finished. I'm kind of waiting to see when I get Forest finished before I do anything with this. So let me put that back in the bag. Trying to stay somewhat organized. There's too much going on right now. So that, and I am probably bringing too much, but okay, I couldn't decide. And these other, I have two more things that I'm bringing, and they're both a little on the large side, so I don't know if they're going to get out or not. The first one that I'm bringing is my Three Wise Men, and that is framed and has glass, and I love it. I used some sticker strips on the mat, and it's double matted, and this was a blue frame that I spray painted a hammered gold, and I really like this one. So that one's going to come with me. And then let me go see if my paint is dry, and I will show you the last thing I'm taking to New Jersey. Okay, well, I said earlier that Brittany was going to be at the New Jersey FlossTube retreat, and she's Ingleside Imaginarium. And so I was bringing my War of Tooth and Claw piece. Well, earlier, probably the end of last year, I finished her last annual sale, annual monthly sale, and I ordered a frame from pictureframes.com and a mat, and then I framed this myself, and that, I can't really get this all in here, but that's what the piece looks like framed. And I really liked this frame because it has a really stone feel. Now this corner matches up really well, and I really like it. Unfortunately, the other three sides, not so much, but that's okay. I mean, it still looks nice, and from a distance you really don't look at the corners. But that was the Guardians of Notre Dame, and that was very timely, especially with the burning of Notre Dame Cathedral this year. Praying that they can salvage it, and I think that they have been able to salvage some of the Guardians, which is really good. But that got me, once I framed the piece, I decided that it needed a Guardian. So I decided to sculpt a gargoyle chimera to go with my piece, and that is what he looks like. And I don't know, maybe I got too much light on him, I don't know. So he has horns which kind of mimic the frame design, and then he has oversized hands and feet, and he has nails, and I added a little bit of glow-in-the-dark clay to parts of him, so I don't know that that'll work, but you never know. My intention is to drill a hole in the frame and use a dowel and connect him to the top of the frame. And he does have a aluminum foil armature, but he is still pretty hefty, so I'm not sure that's going to work. I may have to just make him a little pedestal and sit him by my piece. But his name is Backstitch, and he's going to be holding a needle. And so he is my guardian of the floss of Notre Dame. So I had a good time with that. And of course I just decided to do it the day before yesterday. So he's kind of down and dirty, but I like the way he came out. So he's going to go to the New Jersey FlossTube retreat also. So that's my stuff for the table, brag table. I hate that name, but yeah, I want to, so I'm bringing those things. And I'm looking forward to that. And I did find the chart 4-spring wall. And it's by Jeanette Douglas. And that's what it looks like. So I didn't do the whole thing, I only did out to the round parts. And I didn't use this box that they used. I made my own. So that was fun. I've been pretty busy. Also for New Jersey, I'm going to bring my Mermaid of Atlantis. I'm hoping that I can find fabric this color. So I really want to kit that. I have everything else. I just need the fabric. So hopefully I'll find some there. And I did get from 123 Stitch, I ordered a couple of spring tension hoops and another plastic hoop. Don't ask me why, because I don't put my stuff in things, but you never know. Sometimes you get in that little tight corner where you just want that little bit of extra tension. So I decided to go with these. Not that I don't already have hoops, just most of mine are pretty big. And along with those hoops, I bought the 2019 Special Collector's Issue Halloween Just Cross Stitch ornaments. And there's some pretty cute stuff in here. I know that a couple of people have done semi-flip throughs. If you would like me to do a flip through, let me know. I probably wouldn't be until after I come back from the FlossTube retreat. It is a treat. But I'd be happy to do a flip through of this if anyone wishes. Just let me know. And then I said that I also got my Christmas Tree 2010. It's the annual Christmas Tree 2010. It's number 5 in a series by Nora Corbett. And I just loved it because it has all of these colors. And like I said, it goes with my coffee house and the mansion also of Nora Corbett's that will look really pretty together. Almost done, at least I think. Because we did get another shipment. Yes, I also have ordered things. And this is a Silks for You. And I haven't even taken them out of the plastic. And they look very similar, but they aren't. I actually got them for 2 different pieces. And this one, PR 080, which I can't remember the name that they called this. Trying to get it out of the bag. This comes from Australia, and it's beautiful. Tape. You know my feelings about tape. Can't get into the bag. Gotta rip that. Come here, my lovely. So this one, isn't that beautiful? Look at the greens and the purples and blues. That's actually blues going into purples and lighter blues. It is just so utterly gorgeous, and it's so soft. So I've had this piece in my collection for a while. And it's a long dog sampler. And I didn't do Death by Cross Stitch, but sure, it's stuck in a bag. I couldn't take everything apart. I would have had such a disaster. It is Life After Death. And I thought those were fitting colors for Life After Death. So now I put it back in the bag. Sometimes you're a little too neatly organized. But Life After Death, to me that is just life. Look at all that color. So I thought life after death would be beautiful. And I thought I might either pick out a dark green, probably a dark green, because to me, green is the color of life. So I'll put some dark green in here too. But I'm looking forward to starting this. Life After Death by Long Dog Samplers. There we go. And the other one that I got is PR028, and I can't remember. I think this one's name, I think I remember that this one's name is Rebecca, because I bought it and thought that it's my daughter's name, Rebecca. And I got this because I'm thinking about doing this, and I didn't get the chart out. I do have it. It's in my stash, but I got this to do castles in the air. I just think that's beautiful. So we shall see. And along with the two hanks of wool, I also ordered, and it came in this beautiful little gauze bag, inside a plastic bag. After all, traveled from Australia. And it was packaged very well. These are like mother of pearl buttons, and they're dyed. Everything wants to fall over on me now. And they're these beautiful green, but look at the backs. This would be hard pressed to figure out which side you want to use, because the green edging comes through, but they're mother of pearl. And I got two of them. And this one, the back of that one is a little bit more dyed and is equally pretty. It's just beautiful. So that was Silks for You, and they included their business card. And on their business card, there's a needle minder, and it's a little sheep button. Oh, and it's upside down. Get my act together. There you go, Silks for You. And it's a little sheep. I love that. I think that is adorable. So I'm adding that to my rather limited needle minder collection, because I stitch in hand mostly. Although I am thinking that I could use needle minders when I put my pattern up on a board. And I'm just looking now because I'm trying to see if that is all. And I think it is. I think I got through it. So I don't know that I will do anything live. I've never done anything live, and I don't know how that would go. So I will go to the New Jersey FlossTube retreat, and maybe someone will be doing a live video and you may see me. I don't know. We shall see. So, as always, thank you so much for being a member of my Friends in the Box group. You are definitely my friends. So, thank you for watching. I love your comments. I really appreciate them. Sometimes lately I don't get back to them as quickly as I should, but know that I read every single one of them. I've been watching FlossTube. I've made some comments, but I haven't commented as much as I would like to. Mostly I've been listening to audiobooks while I try to plow through all this stuff, all this mess that is my life right now. It's fun mess, but it's mess. And yeah, so until next time. Oh, I didn't show him like that. That's what he looks like in profile. So that's what my plan was for setting him on top of the frame. And you never know. He may still make it. Anyway, so Backstitch and I say, be kind and be courageous, and in all things, be colorful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. If you're not subscribed, I hope you decide to. Thanks for watching. God bless. But wait, there's only a little bit more. I forgot to mention, you're probably noticing my earrings and thinking, wow, those are kind of blingy. McKenna is doing a thing Friday night, and it's called, it's like, it's sparkling, you know, doing your, I can't even remember, isn't that sad? Anyway, it's, you know, bling. You know, McKenna, if you watch Stitching in Sequins, she likes sequins, so she was saying that Friday night everybody will dress up in their blingy stuff and to stitch. That's like 5:30 Friday night. So I had made these a few years ago for Disney because we were going to go to the Not So Scary Halloween, and I was going to be Marie of the Aristocats. So I've got these beaded bracelets. So I've got the earrings, and I am seriously running out of time because I still have a lot of things I want to make, but I have this headband that I'm going to try to get to and bead and make myself a crown. I just wanted you to know that that's why I was wearing these, because I wanted to talk about that. Anyway, thanks. Take care. God bless. See you on the other side. Bye.